Alright everyone, this is week 14 for Guardians Legacy. I'm Kyle, the project lead. We're doing a lot of stuff this week, getting our final build set early so that we can just cornerstone it and be ready to start working towards green light and making sure our process is good for when we go in next semester, which means a lot of documentation, a lot of cleanup, a lot of noob friendliness stuff for a lot of our documentations and making sure all of our folder structures are good, so forth and so forth. Along with that, we're trying to plan out next semester, probably next week, probably Wednesday is going to be the big day for that. We're starting to hash out some of the stuff we want to get done and some of our main key points, but it's going to start getting into a lot heavier workload, because we got a lot to do to make sure that this gets to an alpha state with full game content. Other than that, we're soldiering through and getting stuff done now, so it's just going to be practice and get ready for green light at that point. So I'll leave it to the team.
Connor Bish, designer. I worked on UI mockups for the node system and the inventory, and worked on rescaling some of the environments with Austin.
Brendan Lima, artist. I worked on finishing up unwrapping most of the tavern and setting that in. Next week, probably just finishing up and practicing on the speech part.
Zachary Patton, artist. Worked on getting us pretty for the speech preparation, all that stuff, and making several textures in preparation for getting ready to take care of the tavern.
Peter Tibbles, lead designer. This week's been mostly polishing and getting fixing some scaling issues between the different scenes.
Alex Skipper, basically just polishing a lot of the world building aspects that I've been working on and getting ready for the retrospective.
Austin Menicroft, designer. I've been working in Engine a little bit, and I've been doing documentation.
I'm Travis Podine, programmer. Mainly this week I just worked on bug fixes for the inventory. That's pretty much it.
Raina Pomsel, programmer. This week I've been chasing down bugs in the node system and getting it so that it works properly in and out of our white box scene and our dedicated node scene. Other than that, I've been working on commenting my code so that it's clean for the next people to come along and work on it.
Christopher Kuhn, programmer. There's been a lot of bug fixes that's been going on, and a lot of planning for the coming weeks, next semester, et cetera, helping out getting all that stuff up and running. But it's been fun.
Devin Garrett, programmer. This past week I spent it just kind of merging everyone's work together and getting it implemented for this final build. That's all went, for the most part, well, with just some minor bugs that we've since resolved. And for this next week, it's going to be just kind of preparing for the Rainbow retrospective and all of that. Everything's going well for that.
Michaela Farrell, lead artist, just been doing a bunch of small things, UI, small models, helping the things go into the actual thing correctly and scaled correctly, just kind of putting in my word, that's all. And practicing for our speech.
Overall, we're doing well. We don't have many blockers right now at this point, as we've gotten everything basically done that we set out to do. It's just making sure that we get everything set and ready for next semester, along with making sure that when we go to reiterate everything for the next set of stuff that we need to do, it's quality and we don't have to keep going back again, because that's going to be where we start losing a lot of time, which is of the essence for us at this state of the project. Other than that, that's about it for this week.